This is why more content does not mean more money. And I'll illustrate this with an example of an actual client that I work with. So basically, we were scaling up YouTube production because YouTube is a very valuable source to get clients, get customers, because people are more intentional, because they literally search their problems in the search bar, so they're more, likely to buy. And we explained this to our client and he was very excited. He suddenly started filming a bunch of content, which is very good, right? Which he was very motivated. But there was a slight problem with that. The problem was that he was creating a bunch of random shit. He was creating content that had basically nothing to do with the actual offer that we were selling, which is a fitness program, by the way. We were targeting the wrong people. It was not structured well. It was quite boring. And what happened is that we created more videos, but we made less money. So then we did an analysis to show him, look, in this month we made a lot more videos, but it actually made no money, right? The videos didn't get nearly enough views as other ones. They weren't congruent with the offer, they weren't structured well, so they didn't produce any sales, or at least very little, right? So even though we produced more, we actually earned less, right? And now compare this to another month where we produced less videos, but the videos were very congruent with the fitness program that we were selling. They were structured in a way that drives sales. And lastly, they were packaged in a way that speaks to the perfect client avatar. So even though we produced less videos, we made a lot more money. So this is just to show that it doesn't mean that just because you pump out more content, because you pump out a video every single day, that is necessarily going to make you more money. If that content is not structured well, if that content is not congruent with what you're offering, and if that content does not speak to the right person. When you have all of these things in place, then it makes more sense to make more content, right? Then more content means more money. But for a lot of people, for a lot of fitness creators specifically, they're just putting out random stuff, right? They're just putting out like 5 ways to target your chest. It doesn't do anything, right? It's just random stuff that doesn't bring the person anywhere closer to the sale. If you want to start creating content that makes sales, I'm not going to explain everything in this video because it's going to be way too long, so I don't even know if I can post this. But click the like button, leave a comment if you want to, if you have a question or whatever, and follow this account to learn how to actually do this.